Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to the videos that are paid requests. This time for Joseph. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for the 2004 film Moscow Heat, which I have heard about this film. I think my friend John the Zero Cool reviewed it on his channel. I know he wasn't a fan of it. He called it generic. He called it cheap. And you know what? He was right. Because it stars a guy named Alexander Nevsky. Now, I think people have told me about his deal in the past, but they're going to have to remind me. Because I've seen other films this guy's been a part of. He either helps write the script and he gets to star in these movies. And I don't know if he has money from other places and he's able to get these films financed. But he's a guy that has tried to push himself as a star, push himself as the next Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it did not work. To be fair, he has done a number of films, half a dozen or so. None of them are good, that I've seen so far, I should say. Showdown in Manila, somehow Mark Dacascos directed that, and he did like these familiar faces in it. That was an awful film. He did, I think, a Western, Gunfight, Rio Bravo, something like that, and Oliver Gruner was in it, from Nemesis and Angel Town. Didn't care for that film. Most of his films did like a 2 point something. I think the highest is like a 4 point something on IMDb. And Alexander Nevsky so badly wants to be Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's not. He's not. He can't. If he's Arnold, then Arnold is Dustin Hoffman. And I love Arnold as the action star. I don't think he's that bad of an actor. After the first few hurdles, like Hercules in New York, which he was bad in that, but Conan afterward, where he got his familiarity with movies, he actually had a good presence, and I think his dialogue delivery in Predator and Commando works well for who he's supposed to be. So I think he did a good job in those, sincerely. Nevsky, he's done multiple films. He has not improved at all. With his thick accent and everything he says, dialogue-wise, is like he's reading off a damn cue card. He's like those wrestlers in WWF that try to remember the lines, and they're like, almost like you're ready to see the deer in the headlights. Surprised he didn't say something succotash and all that jazz. Alexander Nevsky may be the worst action star in the new era. Or one of them. He's in the top 5 of the new, from 2000 and now, past 20, 25 years, one of the worst action stars. Bar none. I defy anyone to see any of these movies. He did another one, I think. Was Eric Roberts in it? Something like that. I probably reviewed some of them and I don't remember a damn thing about them. This is, I guess, his version of Red Heat. Because the story of the film, the end of that, since I'm going over the place. And thanks once again, Joseph. And if anyone wants to request any type of videos, PayPal is usually the best bet, or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. I think I said that before. I already forgot. Because this movie will kill your brain cells. The film, the real star is Michael York, who I do like as an actor. Logan's Run, he was in that film back in the day. People know him more for the Austin Powers films. He is fencing with his son. Granted, they're all in costume, so it's their doubles fencing. But when they take the mask off, Michael York is lost to his son, played by Adrian Paul, the same guy who is Highlander in the TV show. He starred in the TV show. So you find out Adrian Paul is a cop. He's undercover. He does his weapons deal with his partner. And the bad guy is a blonde-haired Richard Tyson. He was the bad guy in Kindergarten Cop. He's been quite a few other stuff, but I remember him the most from that. I don't think he works well with an accent. He can play a good bad guy, but not with an accent. So the deal goes wrong. Adrian Paul's cohorts come in. There's a big firefight in this kind of abandoned warehouse, whatever you want to call it, middle of nowhere. They probably the way this is edited is so god awful that it becomes confusing. You see someone over here, then you see Adrian Paul here pulling out a gun, then you see someone with a machine gun. Who's firing the machine gun? I don't know. Where they're shooting at? I don't know. Then there's someone come up on here. Then someone's over here shooting over here. Then someone's over here shooting over here. And you can't get a... And then Adrian Paul and his buddy, they crossfit over to here. And then cross over to here. And it's like, well, who are you shooting at? Who are you shooting at? What's the geography? It's like they just shot a number of people going, stand here and shoot. Now you stand here and shoot over this way. Now you stand in here, we'll get up close to your gun. And then hit auto edit. Auto edit. So if it's in the right way, right order, who gives a shit? That's what it feels like. And you don't know what's happening. You don't know what's going on. It becomes a clusterfuck. To put it nicely. Oh, in the opening credits, they look like a crappy 2000s cop show that only lasted 5 episodes. So after the confusingly badly edited shootout sequence, Adrian Paul is going after Richard Tyson. And Tyson happens to have this gun that I guess is a grenade launcher, but at the same time, it just adds... It doesn't really add explosive... Sorry, it doesn't add explosive. He just shoots it, and then they they do a shot like Sniper, the Tom Berenger film, where you get like the bullet, and you see like behind the bullet, and you're following the bullet to its target. Done much better in Sniper, which came out at, what, a decade before this. Because this is 2004, that was 93, give or take. And it goes through this piece of granite to hit Adrian Paul. It's not an explosion, it just goes through. So I don't quite remember what the hell he shot him with. Because if you think a grenade launcher, it would explode. It just goes through. So it hits Adrian Paul, he's dying. Richard Tyson finishes off. Michael York is sad that his son's died. Adrian Paul's partner wants revenge. They both go to Russia, because Richard Tyson's character is now in Russia. Pretty much when they get there, Adrian Paul's friend sees Richard Tyson in a nightclub. There's a bit of a scuffle. Tyson escapes. And then, for the rest of the movie, that guy is in the hospital, wounded. And Michael York starts wandering around Russia to try to find Richard Tyson. Now, I may not mind Michael York, but I don't consider him a lead action hero material. But oh wait, Alexander Nevsky comes in. And he's one of the Russian police. And he didn't like that there was a kerfluffle at this nightclub and tries to ask questions. And he's so absolutely horrible. Horrible. He is like Arnold and Hercules in New York. The same old things in the same old places. I am talking in a Russian accent. So if I talk like I'm trying to remember the lines, it means I am talking as a Russian accent. I don't know his nationality, honestly. Maybe he is Russian, which is even funnier because... Yeah, he is Russian. So he's Russian. Well, yeah, I think he is Russian. Yeah, he's Russian. I want to double check. So I guess it's, hey, you play, but even that makes it even more laughable because it looks like someone who's trying to get the Russian accent down, but he is Russian. It's just that's how terrible his acting is. It's like he's trying to remember his lines. That's what it comes off as. Oh, he's got the cue cards, but he can't quite read it, so he's pausing a bit more to, okay, I got the lines down. He's not good. Oh, yeah, the one bit before that where Michael York drugs a guard's milk with cologne, shampoo, whatever it was, from the bathroom in order to make the guy sick so he could escape from the damn room. He gets help from someone. He sees Tyson's girlfriend. A hit squad is sent there. And all Michael York does is he sees someone's coming, he grabs the girl, they hide over here, literally like behind a plant. The bad guys come in, they shoot a couple people. Now you're thinking, okay, their job is to make sure everybody is killed. They don't search the room. They don't look to see. They got machine guns and guns. You could quickly traverse the room. It's not like the room is miles long. The cops, thankfully, within seconds, arrive. If that's how it is in Russia, you kind of wish that's the way it was in America. And it's not like they're hiding well. Michael York and the girl are like right by a plant, and you could clearly see them. And they're like in the next room. And I don't know if you see that girl ever again. There is another girl, but I didn't think that was the same girl. Maybe it was. And I just didn't realize it. Maybe. Maybe that was the same girl. I just forgot. So then Michael York, I guess he didn't try to escape. He just arrested. And that's when Alexander Nevsky tossed him even more. Where did you get the gun? I found it. And the other gun, the second gun, I found that too. Please, I need to know what you know. Please, I need to... Jesus Christ, man. Holy sheep. Sheet. So he's supposed to take Michael York to the airport. He doesn't. Michael York says, I can help you. One of your men was killed by this guy. My son was killed with this guy. Let's help each other. Alexander Nevsky gets some info, goes on the boat, kills a couple random bad guys, threatens this guy. He shoots a few on a boat. And there's not much action in this movie. You go into this expecting a lot of action. There's not a lot of action. There's that cluster at the beginning. The nightclub is hard to call it. Just a little scuffle. Same with the apartment. It's just them mowing down a couple people. And then here's Nevsky pulling out guns, dropping them, pulling out this and that. And they make that boring because the lead guy has no presence. There's no sense of crisp editing. The musical score is completely forgettable. Another familiar face is Andrew Divoff, who plays an embassy guy. You get a boat chase that's as thrilling as watching golf. It takes a lot of effort to make a boat chase boring, but they do. Michael York has really done absolutely jack all except be handcuffed while playing chess with Nevsky's grandfather and get drunk. He's done like nothing in the movie. So one thing leads to another. They're at this, what, like a train yard or something? Subway train. Andrew Divoff, lo and behold, is working with the bad guys. Takes Michael York hostage. Nevsky beats one or two people up, but he gets taken hostage. He gets chained up. He gets beaten. Michael York is tied up. Nevsky gets out of his chains. There's a bit where he's supposed to take the evil lady, break her neck, but there's no sound effect. He like does this. Now usually in movies there's a neck crack, small sound, big sound, whatever your case may be. There's no sound effect when he breaks her neck. It's like, what? Why? And then you think there's going to be this big action set piece. It's not. Not really. Okay, this is you want to be Arnold so much. Now this is when you don't get all the guns, let the bodies hit the floor, just shoot people. No. Instead, there's Richard Tyson and Michael York's like, I got this. They both get swords. They get in a sword fight that is not that well edited because let's face it, Michael York, I forget how old he was at this time. How old is Michael York now? Is he still around? 81 years old. So 81 years old. This was 2004. So that's 20 years ago. So 61 years old. Michael York, who's not known as an action star really ever, he probably did a couple back to the day, to be fair. The Three Musketeers in the 70s, but that was the 70s. Same with Logan's Run. And this is 2004. So this guy's not going to move fast. He's not going to be precise. You're not going to get him in a smooth sword fight choreography. So it's going to be a lot of quick edits to hide those fallacies. So it doesn't become that exciting of a sword fight. The one sword screws up, it doesn't work well for him, so he gets a fencing sword, cuts Tyson a bit, able to slash the guy's throat a bit. You don't see a lot of makeup effects though. Stabs him. Yeah, I'm spoiling it. I don't care. It needs spoiled. Like spoiled milk. Well, you don't need that. You throw it out just like you throw this movie out in the garbage. I didn't... Nevsky doesn't even do a whole lot at the end, other than break the one girl's neck and untie Michael York. They go out, the bad guys scurry, like roaches. And then... Oh, there's a... Nevsky's calling in the reinforces. Andrew Divoff's gone in a helicopter, and the Russian helicopter blows that up with a missile. And then the movie's pretty much over. Like, Nevsky doesn't really do much of anything. At least of noteworthy to talk about. So it's okay, we're going to have Michael York kill the bad guy because his son was murdered. I mean, Michael York was a weird choice. Did they just get him out of a hat? Pluck his name out and go, yeah. Maybe Nevsky's a big fan of Logan's Run. I don't know. So yeah, Michael York is not the right fit. It was a miscast. I think he's a good actor. He's just not right for this role. Nevsky is a terrible actor. He has no presence. He has no charm. He's awful in his dialogue. And again, he's Russian, so this should be natural to him. But he's so stiff. He's stiffer than a fucking porno actor with a half bottle of Viagra down his throat. I mean, I've seen bulletin boards less stiff than this guy. And the action scenes are completely forgettable or badly edited. And it's a damn boring movie. It ends with them parting ways and Nevsky asking, do you know Arnold? Because Michael York mentions he's from California. Do you know Arnold? Sure, yeah, he's a. Because I guess at this time he was a politician. Because they do mention, oh yeah, the politician. Yes, I'm a fan of his. I'm like, no kidding. But you'll never be Arnold. You're never going to be Arnold. Sorry, buddy. The experiment is over. And apparently he's going to have a new film coming out. I don't know who's funding these movies. If he's funding them himself, is it money laundering? I don't know. Does he have a pot of Russian gold somewhere? I don't know. You tell me. Moscow heat. What heat? There ain't no damn heat in this. Unless the fiery temper you got after watching crappy action films, there ain't no damn heat. I mean, yeah. What else can be said? Terrible, lame, boring, cheap, generic action movie. Just like every Alexander Nevsky film. So, par for the course for him. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.